Welcome back to my channel Software Automation Experience. This is Altaf Hussain Huddar. Today I am back with another most exciting video of how to read environment variables or properties which are set in appsettings.json file. So appsettings.json file is an external file which is created inside the test suite repository or the base directory, where we define number of environment variables and we set the values to it, and so that we can make use of it throughout the entire test suite. So in this video I am going to explain you how we read environment variables which are set for this request. I am going to create a patient inside the database where we will have the application protocol as HTTPS, application IP as happyfire.org, and the path as base r/patient. I would like to store these three variables inside the app settings.json file, and I would want to make use of these things inside my JMeter test suite. So let me take you through the steps. The first step here is to create a test suite, add a thread group and a simple controller inside the thread group, and also followed by the HTTP request and a listener to view the results. So let me take you to the repository. I have created a repository app settings demo. Here I would like to launch JMeter tool first so that I can create my test suite here. So let me first zoom in the tool so that the content inside this is visible clearly. So let me maximize it. I will name the test plan as app settings and click on Control S. Press Control S so that it will be saved as .jmx file. So let me add a thread group inside this. Right click, add threads, a thread group, and then inside the thread group let me add a logic controller, that is a simple controller. So inside the simple controller I would like to add my HTTP request, the actual HTTP request. So HTTP request may need some things to work, that is such as HTTP header manager to define headers, as well as I may need the response assertion to check the response of the HTTP request. And I would like to also add a listener to that is view results tree to check the result of this request. Okay, so let me take you to the next step. The next step is create app settings.json file in base directory and define properties inside it. So let me go to take you to the test suite repository, that is base directory. Here I will create an app settings.json file, that is, let me add a text document first and save it as app settings.json. Save, delete the old file. So rename this as app settings.json file. So let me open this. Here I will define the variables in terms of JSON structure. The first variable is file server protocol, and the value will be, let me copy it from Postman. The value is HTTPS. The next variable is file server IP, and the value is happy.fire.org. The next variable is file server path, and the value is base r/patient. This way I have stored these three variables with its values inside appsettings.json file. So what is the next step? Add a setup thread group inside the test suite to read properties from appsettings.json file. So let me take you to the JMeter. So here I will add a setup thread group where I would like to read these environment variables first and then execute my test suite. So setup thread group is something which will be executed first before any thread group or any request is executed. Okay, inside this I will just name it as reading environment variables. So let me add a sampler inside this JSR223 sampler variables, name it as read variables. So let me add few lines of code here. Let me add first a simple BeanShell script which will take us uh, to the base directory where we use file server and its method get base directory to iterate through the base directory where my .jmx file and app settings file is kept. Okay, so let me write few lines of code. Import com.jpay.json path in order to iterate through the JSON file. Okay, so let me just get the new file, that is app settings. Let me just try to read the app settings.json file. This is my args of 0. Args of 0 means the 0th argument here is this one, which will take me to the base directory. From here I would want to read app settings.json file, that is the name of the file set here is app settings.json. Okay, I would like to read it as a text and would want to store it as inside a string variable, that is app settings. Okay, so the next step is I would make use of a read method of JSON path to iterate through this entire app settings text. Let me write app settings comma. So what is the content inside app settings? What variable I would like to read first? I would like to read the first variable, that is fire server protocol. Just copy the name and inside the single quotes add it like dollar dot dot the name of the variable. I would like to read this and its first element, that is the 0th element. So this way I would like to read it, and further I would like to store it as a property, that is by using props.put method. Okay, so props.put method, I would like to give the property name as the same name as variable is set, comma. Let me cut this and paste here. Okay, so this way this is read, fire server protocol property is set, and the value of fire server protocol variable from app settings.json file is read, and it will be stored inside this property. So I would like to do the same thing for another two variables, that is fire server IP and fire server path. Just copy paste. Okay, save it. Control S will save. So the next step is, that's all. I have set these variables in app settings.json file and uh, added a setup thread group in order to read those variables. Next step is configure HTTP request to make use of defined properties and execute the request and analyze the result. So let me go to the HTTP header manager, HTTP request. So here let me configure this. Let me pass protocol. The protocol I would like to use read from this property fire server protocol. Go here. The way to write to read the property is dollar curly braces underscore underscore capital P and then provide the name of the variable. Similarly, pass fire server IP to the HTTP request dollar curly braces underscore underscore P inside braces pass the name of the variable. Similar way, pass the fire server path as well. Okay, so this way we have passed all the three variables which we or the properties which we have set and which we are trying to read from appsettings.json file. This will be the post request, and let me pass the body data from postman. So this is the patient data. I'm just passing the patient name is Peter James. Okay, so this HTTP request is set. Let me provide a header which is content type, that would be application slash file plus JSON. Okay, and the response code I would like to check in the main sample would be it should be equals to 201. It should return 201 created response. Then only we will know that our test case is passed. Okay, so this way all the HTTP request is all set. Now let me go to view results to listener and then start executing this. Let me click on start. So this will execute my test case. Let me just check what will be the result. So this got executed and we have got successful result. So that we have got the response code as 201 created. So our request was this was the body data, and these are the variables which we have passed from appsettings.json file, and we have set it as properties and we have passed it to HTTP request. So the first property was first environment variable was fire server protocol, that is HTTPS, and the next was fire server IP, that is happyfire.org, and another one was fire server path, that is base r4/patient. All of them are properly passed, properly read from appsettings.json file inside this sampler, and are set as properties and are passed to the HTTP request, and the HTTP request is executed successfully, and we have got the response data in where the patient Peter James is successfully stored inside the database. So that's all guys in this video. So this way we can achieve setting up of environment variables inside app settings.json file, and we can make use of inside those environment variables inside the test suite. We may have hundreds of test suites, and we can pass these variables, define it once and pass it multiple times or multiple places, so that we don't need to worry about any environment or any of the environment variables. We no need to hard code these things. Okay, so that's all in this video. Keep tuning up for the until the next video. And if you like this video, please do not forget to subscribe and like. And if you have any doubts in this, please write it in the comments. I would like to answer your queries. So this is Altaf Hussain Huddar signing off.